Hello, everyone. I'm meteorologist Don Day with your WeatherSlant subscriber update for this October 9th. This is what we're watching for you. A powerful early winter storm will impact Wyoming and surrounding states through early Friday. Several inches of snow. Very icy conditions are coming. Possible record cold temperatures by Friday morning across the plains of Colorado, Kansas, Nebraska, and Wyoming. We're looking at chilly but dry weather conditions this weekend and good weather into early next week, but the long-term trends are colder than normal heading into November for the western high plains and Rockies. Here's your updated snow forecast totals. You can see that many areas of northern, central, and eastern Wyoming, western South Dakota, western Nebraska, under the gun for several inches of new snow. Really only the southwestern areas of Wyoming, northwest Colorado, spared from this front. The storm system not going to affect these areas as much, but the rest of the region is going to see the first real shot of snow for the season. Here's your snow forecast for Colorado. You can see the first snow of the season reaching the eastern Colorado plains. Light snow amounts and hard freezing temperatures moving into eastern Colorado and areas of western Kansas as well, heading into the end of this week. This is the area that's going to get hit the hardest. North central North Dakota into central and western South Dakota up into Canada. These are the areas that are going to have blizzard conditions with this storm as we get into Thursday and Friday. But look at the southern extent of the snow. That's the deepest penetration so far this season of snowfall. And we're going to see that cold spread in. And boy, there it is. These are temperatures by Friday morning. The blue and the green and the purple show relative to average, much below normal temperatures. Look at the cold pushing up against the warm across the eastern half of the country. This is a huge contrast that we've had over the last couple of weeks, and that contrast is likely going to continue again going forward. By early next week, the cold spreads further east, while temperatures are going to moderate some out west, but will still be relative to normal colder, with only the southern plains, this area here, being anything warmer than average. So a large part of the country here is going to be cooling on off as we get into the end of the week and the weekend. Now let's take a look at the end of next week. There's a warm-up coming. So we do see a break from the cold. A bit of a Chinook wind develops. And by the middle to the end of next week, we do see a break in the weather. So we are going to have some winter weather come in. And as you can see here, by the middle to the end of next week, this is for next Friday, we get a bit of a Chinook off the lee of the Rockies. So we are going to see some warmer weather return relative to average by the early to middle parts of next week. However, it does appear as though by the following weekend, colder weather is going to return again. And this is going to be especially true by next weekend, and we'll show you that in a minute. Here's the storm that's coming in. You can see the big dip in the Jetstream bringing in this deep cold trough into the nation. As we go into the early to middle parts of next week, though, high pressure comes in. So this is the break in the weather we're expecting this weekend and early next week that should last for a while. However, by next weekend, the weekend of the 19th, that's the next storm system. So after this big storm, the next larger one will arrive the weekend of the 19th. Looking out further all the way to October 24th, the jet stream is coming in from the northwest, diving cold air into the northern plains, parts of the Rockies, and into the southern plains here. Colder weather is going to return by that last week of October. Long-term trends, here's your 30-day outlook. Look at all the blue here. This is expanding through the first week in November. The western part of the United States, relative to normal, will be colder than average. Precipitation-wise, the northern plains continues to see the best chance of precipitation. This goes all the way back to June and really last spring, with the wetter part of the weather in that part of the country. Some needed rain here is coming to the southeast and eastern areas of the United States over the next 30 days. Don't forget the Day Weather Podcast, which is updated Monday through Friday by 7 a.m. Thanks for watching WeatherSlant. We'll see you